Young living every day, giving it to you uncut and straight. Now listen, man, today, man, it's gonna be another reason why you guys need to go overseas. You know, I want you to see these, take a look at these angry women and these feminists that show no lack of they show lack of accountability. They show no accountability. We're gonna dive into it.
But this is for y'all. Be angry. No, be mad. Go off.
Baby, I have tried.
Now you heard what she said, right? Told her to be angry, go off. They are telling women to be upset, to be aggressive and masculine. Go off. That's what they're encouraging. If you stay in the States, man, this what you're gonna be dealing with. Just listen, pay attention, y'all.
To record this thing, I don't know how many times, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it right. We're going to get everything in these 3 minutes, too. First of all, go follow her. She is a godsend. This video showed up right in the thick of my healing, right when I needed it, and I love you for it. And if my life coach, who happens to be a life coach to the life coach, sees this, I know you've been telling me to get angry for a very long time, but it was a process, and I'm sure that you understand. I ain't been angry the way that I deserve to be angry in years.
Life coach is telling them to be upset, masculine, aggressive, and just explode online. And that's supposed to attract the man that you're going to respect and admire and love. Tell y'all got to get y'all passports, man. I'm showing you. Continue.
And the reason for that is because the world tries to invalidate my very valid rage left and right. That's all that they do to black women. So now that I'm taking that back, I hope my life coach is very proud of me, because here we go. First of all, stop trying to correct black women when they are giving their opinions and experiences. It is our experience. How the hell are you going to correct us on our experience? You didn't experience it. Y'all have all of the audacity. The gaslighting and manipulation of black women has been happening since the beginning of time for so long that y'all don't even realize how conditioned y'all are within it. And y'all actually think that the black woman is wrong for reacting.
You see what I'm saying? Lack of accountability. All you hear them do is try to play victim. No accountability for actions. This is why y'all men gotta get your passports and go overseas. All you're gonna hear is them sit there and play victim and get aggressive and just complain. Just listen.
Reacting. There is always a cause and effect, and you are literally letting the cause just fly by in everything, but the effect is the problem. Not only that, when we do remind you that we're human and we're actually reacting when we absolutely are valid to react, we are consequenced 12 times over more than anybody else. Everybody else in this world has a narrative of, well, I'm only human. Well, I mess up sometimes. Accept me, flaws and all. Forgive people. Give everybody a second chance, except for black women who can cheat on us.
Oh, black women.
Disrespect us, literally, physically abuse us. And it's, well, understand, give them a second chance, you know.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? See how they always play victim, physically abuse and cheat on them, all this other stuff, right? Like I tell y'all all the time, who pick these guys all the time? They do. When it's faithful man available, they never want the faithful dude. They overlook him every single time, and they choose Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, and Chad to tap them sugar balls, activate them waterfalls, and then they want to try to hate the whole species of man. When you pick the dude. This is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to get y'all passport. Lack of accountability. Let's continue.
They're healing, they're growing too. But when we react, say for example, we actually just react to that and say, fuck you in the moment. That is the world's last straw. That is too much. You will even accept the black woman's persona and her feistiness on another ethnicity and call that shit sexy. But
you see what she just said? You won't accept it from a black woman, but the feistiness you accept it from another ethnicity and call it sexy. No. Real men who want feminine energy want it from any woman. We don't care what the ethnicity is. Feminine energy is feminine energy. We don't like masculine women. We don't care what the skin tone is. We don't care what the skin tone is. We don't like masculine energy. We just don't, period. But see, that's another reason to justify them being the way that they are. Y'all got to get y'all passport. This is what you're going to deal with when you're in the States, man. I'm just getting started, man. Let's continue.
A black woman and her emotions are completely wrong. And then you will have the gall to turn around and ask us to fuel your world. You have no comedy. You have nothing to talk about. You have no fashion influence. You have no trends. You have nothing.
Men don't have no fashion influence, right? But all these rappers who wear these different haircut styles, these clothes, these shoes, right? All these kids are influenced by these rappers. So how does men don't have any influence? But let's continue, y'all. This is what I'm saying. It's not logical based. These are all emotions.
Without us. The grace and mercy, the grace and mercy that
rewind
you
that.
have no comedy. You have nothing to talk about. You have no fashion influence. You have no trends.
We have no comedy, right? But if you look at all the top comedians are men. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle. Those are the ones I know off the back of my mind. The male comedians are predominantly the head of the comedy world. What is see? This is how you know when they're not speaking logically. These are all emotions, and then they be talking about some then they get to complain about whether or not a man want to listen to what they saying because y'all don't really speak in a fact-based reality. Y'all cry about everything and the whole world is given to you. In the States, it is set up for these women to win and they still complain and cry and talk with their emotions. It's no logical conversation being made. That's why nobody don't talk to y'all. Y'all don't speak logical. She completely triggered right now. Let's continue.
You have nothing without us.
Do you hear them? You have nothing without them. Let's rewind it one more time so you men can hear that. One more time.
Fashion influence. You have no trends. You have nothing without us.
Men, you have nothing without us. See, I tell y'all, they think they better than you. You see how delusional they are because society allowed them to live in this fantasy world where they say you are nothing without us. When you as a man, men build the world that they live in. Granted them the right to be able to do all the things they're doing, but you have nothing without them, though. That's what she said. They think they better than you, man. Get your passports. I'm just heating up, man. Let's continue.
The grace and mercy that Black women show this world every day. And then
the grace and mercy that Black women show this world every day. The same Black women that men allowed to be able to vote. The same Black women that men allowed to be able to go out into the workforce and be able to work jobs. The same men that allow Black women to be able to go to college and get good and get a great career. The same men that allow Black women to be able to build businesses. Now you making your own money, Black woman. Now you got your own business, Black woman. You think you better Black men. The same very much so men that built the world that you live in and put you in position so you could be able to do everything you're doing. The same Black men that you look down on because he don't make $200,000 a year, but you show Black men grace. Now you think you better than the Black man after they gave you the opportunity. You forgot who allowed y'all to be able to do everything y'all doing now. But y'all show us grace. This is why y'all got to get y'all passport. I'm telling you, man. Continue.
Our rage is the problem.
Yes.
After all that we endure, our rage, our reaction to the bullshit, that is the problem.
Out of all y'all endure, the same men that you choose, you are in control of the men that you choose. Out of everything, the things that you endure are your own fault. You chose those guys. You chose the Pookie, Ray, Tyrones, and Chaz. Nobody asked y'all to date these guys. Y'all choose them. But then you want to play victim now, and then you want some sympathy. You want men to empathize for you when y'all don't have empathy towards the guy. They want you to have sympathy and empathy towards them. They don't have sympathy and empathy towards you. They don't care about y'all. It's all about them. That's what this is, man. Continue.
That is too much. Like, we're not even human. There are Black girls right now who are already learning to cut off a part of themselves that they were going to need later for balance, let alone realizing that they are gods on this earth and you take it from them left and right every second.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that these women are like that? Let's get back to the parents, the mother. You chose the man. You lay down with a loser, and that girl don't understand what true leadership is when it comes to a man. And then she went on the dating force and dated these losers, Pookie and Ray Ray. And they over there spinning her mind like a dreidel. So that's your fault and your daughter's fault. Again, lack of accountability, y'all. Get your passport, man.
Everyone who tries to invalidate black women, may you never see another day of peace until you apologize.
Look, see, you see her hand? Apologize. They want you to bow down to them. They want you to get on your knees like a little peasant and bow down to them and kiss their feet. Get y'all passport, man. I'm trying to tell you. Now we're gonna get into the next one. Check this out.
Don't like when you talk like a man because they want a woman.
When I was single, I had so much masculine energy and I got the most fucking dick.
You hear what she said? And hold up. If y'all seen this episode, she was on that show a few times. She has a boyfriend. And she's speaking like this on the air, and she got a dude. When I was single and masculine, I got the most sugarcane stick. She said she got them sugar walls tapped, right? But what she failed to realize is, as a woman, it's not about the amount of men that you can go out and have encounters with. It's locking down, getting commitment and marriage from the best man that you can. That's where they can't differentiate the two. And that's what she's talking about. She's talking about men who wanted to sleep with her. Yeah, they wanted to sleep with you because they found you attractive, but they did not want to give you commitment. That's why you were never with those guys. These girls are lost. I'm telling you, man. Get your passports.
I had masculine energy. So it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money. I dressed like a guy. I walked like a guy sometimes. Sometimes I talk like a guy.
I just want to make.
And she think that's okay, though. I walk like a guy. I talk like a guy and dress like a guy. And women champion this all the time, man. They champion and encourage in this behavior. Y'all got to get y'all passport.
This very clear that just so that we kind of understand this. Women use that all the time that, oh, well, guys are giving me attention and guys want to that does not mean anything. No, that's like me saying I have a bunch of girls that have me in the friend zone. I go out with them. They're my girlfriends, but I don't any of them. Obviously, I can't brag because I'm not attractive enough to get sexual intimacy from them. Just like a woman isn't necessarily attractive enough to get any type of commitment from the men. It doesn't.
See how she looking at him? See how she look? This is the first time that a man has been honest with her. A man who was unbiased because he's not trying to get an encounter with her. Tell her the actual truth about how it really goes. See how she's looking? She can't believe. She never heard this a day in her life because they live in a fantasy world. This is why you men got to get your passport. They can't even accept the truth. They never even heard it. This is a foreign thing to her. Women in these other countries, they know this stuff. Let's continue.
It doesn't take much to get sex from a man, and it doesn't take much to get friend zoned by a woman. No, same thing. It's the same exact situation. So you can't brag about men offering you or wanting to hang out with you. It's about what guys can you retain.
Look at her. I just said that. Boys, you see that? It's like she saw a ghost. This is the climate we live in, y'all. Now check this out. This is like a hardcore. This lady, she's a feminist. Just listen. Pay attention to this one.
Just whatever comes to your mind naturally. What would you say? Can you name some things women just have a knack for more so than men?
Probably compassion and empathy and generosity of heart.
Women got more compassion and empathy and generosity of heart than men do. Women. The same women who do not care nothing about men in the United States. All it is about is him being able to protect and provide for her. You're just a cash cow. The very much so women who do not understand the male experience, the things we go through every day. The same women who yell at these men who go work 14, 16-hour shifts and he come in and she's yelling and screaming. These same westernized women got more empathy than a male do. Got more empathy. And then the man that you choose got to understand you enough and have empathy to be able to even attract you. So who really got the most empathy though? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. y'all got to get y'all passport, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of people go with that. And what comes to your mind if I say what would you say men are better at than women?
Look, she don't even want to say it. It's ingrained in her soul and mind to be so much of a hardcore feminist. All she want to think about is what women can do better than men. She don't even want to say, but if he asked her about women, she would have no problem answering that question. Get y'all passport, man.
I don't know. A lot. I think both have their pluses and minuses. I think men are better at probably guarding themselves. Yeah.
That's all men is good at doing, guarding themselves. The very much so man that built the world you live in, that's all he know how to do is guard himself. The very much so man that if an intruder came in and did something to you, you would expect to come protect you. I'm telling you, y'all got to get y'all passport, man.
Not so good with the emotions. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Yeah. Well, they're good at a lot of things, but that's
Nothing that you can think of right now.
no, that's just the one that came up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like muscle stuff. Usually we're pretty good at muscles.
Muscle stuff?
You know, like strength.
Sure.
That's an easy one. That's a go-to one.
Oh, I think women are good at that too. Yeah.
But like as a tendency, generally speaking, you know, women are more connected to the emotions, but men are usually a little bit more muscly. You know.
I think that's been the stereotype, but I think that's definitely changing. You know.
She's saying it's changed. Saying that women are a woman being physically more stronger than the guy. She's want to argue that men aren't, that the dynamics is changing between the men and women, that women are becoming more stronger physically than the men. Listen, a boy that's 15 years old would destroy her. That's physics. That's just biology right there. But see, this is what feminists do. They just cannot admit that men have certain advantages over women. They just can't. She's a hardcore feminist. You can clearly see it. But let's continue.
I think women genetically are catching up to men in strength.
Yeah, I think the emphasis on men having to be so strong and like that sort of stereotype, I think that's going down.
Oh, it's going down. So why is it there two? Why is there a man football league? I mean, excuse me, a man basketball league and a woman basketball league? Why is there an NBA and a WNBA? If women are catching up to men physically, why don't they just join the two and it be an NBA? These men would dominate these women physically in the NBA. The NBA, WNBA stars would no longer be stars no more. They would get physically dominated. It's just what happened. You know, just on the physical side of things, men are stronger. Out of touch with reality, but like again, society allowed them to be delusional. Get y'all passports.
You think that it's an emphasis on men being strong, or men just are naturally just stronger because of their genetics?
Oh, interesting. I think women are just as strong as men. I don't know.
Physically?
Yeah, I do.
Women are strong as men physically. You see, but this is the world that we live in. You go to South America, you go to the Philippines, they're not going to say that. Mass majority of them women will never say nothing like that. But she live in a society where they allow her to be delusional and believe that. Hardcore feminists just cannot accept that men are better at certain things. Y'all got to get y'all passport.
But they're not though, right? They're not. Like, look at this. I'm a normal dude. Look at my size. I'm just bigger, right? So I'm gonna have more muscle.
If y'all pay attention to what's going on in the background, what is that? Some hardcore feminist stuff going on. Just you see what I'm saying? Once y'all done watching this video, just listen to the background of what's going on. You clearly, she's a feminist.
That's a normal. It's just how it is. It's not.
Not all men.
No, there are of course exceptions, right? Of course, there's men who are like this tall, and you could just slap them and beat them up with one hand. But generally speaking, of course, there's men who are intuitive and very emotional and in their hearts and very good at connecting with their emotions too. But that's more rare than a woman who naturally would be more inclined to be connected to her emotion. You know what I mean? Like we just have differences. And that's what we're just exploring, you know. We just
look how she's looking at him. She is up. She's a hardcore feminist, dude. This woman, right? This is a hardcore feminist right here. It's got to be some argument. She got to find ways to make the man look weaker than the woman, man. They want to be men so bad without the responsibility of being the man. Y'all got to get y'all passports. I'm telling you. Continue.
just find it really interesting how people are scared to say that we're different. I think it's okay to say that we're different. We all have our things that we're good at. Doesn't mean any sex is superior, but we're just not the same. You know?
Hold on, y'all. Part 2.
But we're just not the same. You know.
I think it's just the word strong is a difficult one to apply to this because it's like saying women aren't strong.
We're only talking about physical strength. We're not talking like.
See, now she got a problem with how it's being said instead of what's being said. The word strong. No, men are physically stronger than women. The mass majority of men are physically stronger than women. That's a fact. You cannot argue with biology. But these girls are delusional, man. Y'all got to get y'all passport.
Like overall strength or goodness or any of those things. Just physically. That's all it was.
Yeah, I think I get that. But I'm just questioning if there's another word that might, make it easier for people to say yes or no to that,
See what I'm saying? See, women speak indirect. So what she want to do is find another word that sounds appealing enough to her for her to receive what he's saying. The word strong just triggers her so much because she's just a hardcore feminist. I cannot stand it. She just can't stand to hear a man. Oh, I can't stand to hear that a man is stronger than a woman. It just burns my soul. Can you find another word? Because it just triggers me so bad. Y'all got to get y'all passport, man. I'm telling you.
I don't know. What's another good word for strong?
No, that's what I'm proposing is.
It's a good word, though. Strong is the word. Strong. Look at that. That's strong. So yeah, that's but don't you think it's interesting though that that you yourself you kind of struggled when we asked what are men better at? You kind of it was a struggle. It was like there was some part of you that didn't want to admit that
because you don't want to go towards I don't want to go towards the like hyper masculinity and like feed into that sort of like box that.
Do y'all not hear this girl? She don't want to say. She can't admit that a man is physically superior to a female because she don't want to feed into the hyper masculinity, right? But she want to feed into the femininity, right? The hyper masculinity of a woman, emasculating a man and competing with a guy to be as strong as a man, right? Oh, don't feed into. Oh, we don't want to say that men are stronger because that's going to feed into their ego and make them feel so superior. We don't want them to feel superior. We want the men to feel weaker. Do y'all not get that? Oh, it's a problem to admit the men are physically superior to women, but there's no problem finding a case where you could say women are stronger. That's not contradicting right there. So it's a problem for men to be physically superior to a woman, but it's okay for you to say that women are stronger than men, knowing that's a lie, but you rather say that. Oh, that's not feeding into the ultra masculinity of a woman. Of these feminists, that's not feeding y'all. Do y'all not see the contradiction there? It's okay to feed the woman's ego and make them feel more superior and more masculine and more stronger than the guy. Y'all gotta get y'all passport. This woman is a hardcore feminist. Continue.
Men are put in and there's a box women are put in and so I think it's a challenging time to be like what
Well, here's what I think. I think by admitting that we're different. But ultimately, we're just two halves of one coin, right? Like we need each other, we love each other. So for real happiness and joy and peace to happen on the planet, we need to accept that we're different, but not see any one side as superior or better. Just that we're just different, and then we accept those differences. We love each other, we come together, and we make beautiful babies. That's what I
aren't strong.
My bad, y'all. He put that very well. He put that extremely well.
Differences. We love each other, we come together, and we make beautiful babies. That's what I think.
He put that together very well.
Are you asking if I agree or?
Look, see how triggered she is? She cannot accept. She just can't. Listen, and this is why I tell y'all to get y'all passport. This is one of the females who want to emasculate the male race. She has a deep-rooted hate for men, and it roots to things that happened in the past or her life. I'm telling you, y'all, these women exist. This is why you got to get your passport, man.
Are you asking if I agree or?
Well, no, that's just what I think. But do you agree with
He said, that means, I'm triggered like a mother.
that?
Yeah, I think that everyone's different. I think, yeah.
Do you?
Do I think everybody's different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Do you guys want to come talk?
You see how she said, she ain't think about having no family making beautiful babies. She's a hardcore feminist. She want to emasculate man. Like I said, y'all, she wants you to get on your knees as a guy. She want to put a rope over your neck and say, I own you. Yeah, for all the things that you did to us in the past, all the stuff that your ancestors did to us, and the way they did this and did that to us, she wants you to get on your knees and bow down to her. She a hardcore feminist, dude. She don't want to have no baby. She's power driven. She want power over man so she can watch man suffer. That's what makes her happy. She one of those types. I'm telling you, this is a fact, man. You see how triggered she is when you start talking about getting together, love, and having a family. She was like, Y'all got to get y'all passport, man. I'm telling you. They just want power, gain as much power, but they just want to gain power, emasculate man. They want you to become the new female. That's going to make them feel good. See, they got too much. They got their hands in the game too much, being able to work, make their own money. Now they high off that. I tell y'all, man, this is why you got to get your passport. Say no more. Listen, though. That's all I got to say about that, man. Listen, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Yeah, got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the Wayne way. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no cap. Bust it down like Pat.